So today is about rhythm. What is rhythm? What is it? Is it an abstract concept? Is it a real property? It's a part of music, right? I feel like I've formed like a little metaphor in my head. Rhythm in music is like movement in dance. They're the same. You can't have one without the other. You know, if I just sing a note, there's a rhythm to it. And rhythm expresses itself in more things than just frequency of events. The first thing we think about rhythm is clapping or moving or a beat or a groove or something like that, a repeated pattern. But we feel rhythm in stuff like music that doesn't have such an obvious repeated pulse. You still feel a rhythm to it. And that rhythm can manifest in different ways, like we've talked about on the live stream before. So, I sort of made like three things. Do. And I didn't start or stop the sound, I just changed it. I could do that in the same way without the decrescendo in it. But it's not as rhythmic that way. And why? I think one of the things that we're going to explore here is that rhythm is like a I did not intend to do that. I think that's a setting on my MacBook I turned on and forgot about. But rhythm is like a fractal, you know, or the golden ratio or something. There's always a deeper rhythm to it, and it's numerically related. If you have a whole anything, and in the West we're used to calling them measures, right, or bars, whatever that is going to get divided up into smaller things. And the most basic fundamental thing that in the West, at least, not in other traditions, and I found some videos from other traditions like Indian music, which doesn't divide it this way. But in the West, we have two basic groupings. We have duple, which means two, which also could be four. Four is the same as two. That falls into duple. And then we have tuple or triple, so three. So things are either divided into two basic sections or three basic sections. Those are our big groupings. And then from a Western music point of view, then we have compound meters. You take a 2 and a 3 together and you have a 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, or take 5. 1, 2, it's 3 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, just like that. And in Take 5 by Dave Brubeck, you got like a little it's syncopation. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2. Or like a Ratchanitsa that I learned when I was in the New York Balkan band. Daka 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 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 like that. But also, I think in rhythm is inherent is feeling and emotion. There are all these expressive qualities of music that exist in rhythm as well. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And so much of making compelling, artful, expressive music is feeling the rhythm, and that's like the thesis for today's exploration.